So the first thing I'm gonna have you do is trace the letters with your pointer finger. So just like this. So just go through and trace all those letters. Okay? Good, perfect. Super easy. Saved is a penny earned, all the way until you get down here. And if you don't feel comfortable just doing it in this line, you can just trace over these words if you want to, because I know that, this is new for you, so. I'm at the top, and then the directions are right there. So the first thing you're gonna do is look at the word. So look here, different. So then you're gonna copy the word in this box, and then you're gonna sound the word out as you write it. So we'll just start with those two. So the first thing, copy. Okay, so next you're gonna sound the word out as you write it in this box. So a good way to do that would be as I'm spelling it out, different. So different. Okay, so in this final box, we're gonna flip this over and see if you can write it on your own. Perfect, you got it. So that's how we're gonna go through. We'll just do a few more. So we'll start on the next one, mountain. The first preparatory method I would use is having the child use Play-Doh as a warm-up activity. Playing with Play-Doh improves fine motor control as well as isolated finger movements, and playing with Play-Doh also just helps warm up your hand muscles. The second method I would use is connect the dots. Connect the dots is good for left and right discrimination. And the third method I would use is a squeeze stress ball. And again, this just helps warm up the hand muscles, and it's good to use right before a handwriting activity. For my sensory motor activity, I chose to use a rice box, and within the rice box I had graded alphabet letters that I had them trace. And I chose this activity because multisensory approaches provide students with more information for learning and can also increase their motivation. It would be appropriate to implement this approach to a child with handwriting difficulties who experiences frustration with commonly used paper and pencil drills. They may respond more to handwriting instructions from a multisensory format. For my biomechanical intervention, I chose to use an elevated slant board. And I chose the slant board for this activity because this was Caitlin's first time practicing cursive, and a slant board can be helpful when a student is first learning handwriting because it promotes wrist extension and an efficient pencil grasp. So for my cognitive activity, I chose to use a Let's Spell Tricky Words worksheet, and during this activity, Caitlin was able to attempt to understand the demands of the handwriting task and develop a cognitive strategy for performing the necessary motor movements. She was able to process copying, sounding out the word, and then accurately recalling the word, and then making sure she spelled the word accurately. It would be good to use an activity such as the Tricky Words worksheet if you're trying to help a child learn how to spell, and maybe you want to have them use different approaches such as trial and error in order to accomplish an activity or a goal.